Heyo everybody, Haku here with my my live reaction for Tower of God Chapter 383 or Season 2 Episode 303. Almost said 2 there, so not used to being in the 300s yet. But either way, I tweeted out this morning I'm running late today, so sorry this is going to be up a little bit later than normal. And even normal is later than when I would like to have it up. But just know that I'm trying to get a better sleep schedule so that I really want to not really get back to where I was, but to move forward and be able to post these at like 10 a.m. to 12 noon for me. Currently I've been posting them like 2 or 3 p.m. my time, but so just know like 4 or 5 hours. I'd like to have this up 4 or 5 hours sooner if I had my way with things. So yeah, just know that I'm working on getting these videos out sooner, but I'm even running behind normal today. So yeah, either way, let's get to reading. We've got the bomb and Zahard fight, which I would love to see more of, but I think we're going to cut away from it more than we have been this time, because I feel like we need to progress the Agro-Agnes story a bit, so I actually kind of think we're going to get more of that than we've been getting lately. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it all pans out, but I think we're gonna focus a bit on that. I could obviously be wrong. I just feel like that needs to progress a bit because that's going to be the out. That's going to be the out for this bomb and Zahard fight. It's not going to end really conclusively, probably. It's probably just going to be interrupted by whatever's going on with the mirror, the scale, whatever's going on with Yurik Mazano. He could jump in since he is comparable to Zahard in terms of strength. So I feel like that's the out for the fight. And the fight itself, I feel like we had at the end of last chapter, Zahard saying, oh, he has so much power, but he can't control it, this kid or whatever. So it makes me think, you know, logically Bomb should probably not really lose this, but he should realize that he isn't Zahard level yet. Even the current, like, Hell Train Zahard compared to Hell Train Bomb, he just isn't at Zahard's level yet, because that gives him motivation and room to grow. And gives him a reason to think, okay, now I've got all these powers, now I'm fighting like myself using my own style. That just means that I need to work on that and get stronger with it. Now I have what I need, I just need to improve it. I think that's the way to go with it, or at least have him and Zahard. At the most, I see Bomb being about on the same level as Zahard, because if Bomb beats Zahard at the same stage in the tower, then I feel like that could... The only logical story that should stem from that, if Bomb won this fight against Dada Zahard, would be that Bomb gets too overconfident, like, oh, I handled him at that point in the tower, if I carry on at the same pace, I'm going to beat the real Zahard, and then gets whomped by the real Zahard. But I think we need to go ahead and get that loss to him, or that realization that he isn't as strong as him, get it out of the way now, while the fight is like... While they have that out, while the fight can just be stopped at any moment by Yurik Mazano. But either way, let's go ahead and start reading. I know that was a bit of a long intro, but I feel like more discussion is more good. Okay, so we have what a ridiculous little kid we have here in the tower. And I think this isn't the same panel as last time, right? Because they did that last chapter where Siu redid the scene from the end of the one chapter, but instead of using the same panels as normal, they drew new panels for like a different perspective of the same scene. And I don't remember this panel, so they might be doing the same here, but I could be wrong. Now, I'll have to really get serious. Those might be the last 2 panels of the last chapter, but I feel like the Bomb one might have been redrawn. It just looks different for some reason. So now we're seeing the blue shield from below, and we see the 3rd core down there. So if there are 4 cores, then whoever takes this one should win, right? Unless the other ties things up. And then if it is a tie, I don't know what they do from there. I have to smash it first. And now Bomb brings the blue shield back down to a blue ore size. And I like this. It's like the blue ore, but it has the black Shinsu swirling around the border of it. It's really cool. And then, what on earth is this? Is that what bomb traveling on the Blue War looks like now? Or is that some sort of attack? I think that's the way it looks when bomb travels on the Blue War now. It leaves this trail of black Shinsu behind him. That's really cool. Question mark, floor. Help train power 2. Okay. Now we have Zahard, like, basically instantly jumping in front of him, between him and the core. Bomb charges up a punch with the black Shinsu swirling around. Lecalicus. Second, okay, so we're seeing the second form, and now it's red instead of white. Coelacanth. Alright. Oh yeah, was there a name of Lecalicus's first form? I don't remember. I'll have to look back from last chapter. Because I know the Coelacanth, or I think some people... Is Coelacanth a way that some people pronounce it? But the Coelacanth is a type of fish, so it would make sense that the other types are named after fish too. So, either way, it looks like he knocks Bomb back a bit with that one. It's like a piercing red shot instead of the dragon horizontal slash. And it knocks Bomb straight backwards. Bomb, says Edwan, jumping to his feet. That bastard. Okay, the second form looks way cooler of Lecalicus here. This Coelacanth form. And see, it has that red thing going from the weapon to his belt. And that red thing, I mentioned it before. We've seen things that look like that before in Tower of God. I can't remember or name all of them right now off the top of my head. For whatever reason, I guess because it's just on the fly and it's first thing in the morning. But I believe Heljo wore some kind of decoration similar to that too. And it does kind of remind me of the Red Thrissa a little bit. But that little segmented, not really a chain, but the segmented chain kind of thing. We've seen people with things like that before. Hey, what are you just standing there for? Are you scared of me? Get down here right now. Okay, so now we have... Again, that's kind of an odd transition. I mean, the place in the story isn't odd, like it was last time, but it's weird that we just jump straight from one scene to the other with, like, no long page break or anything. You scared of me? Get down here right now. Bring it on. I'll beat you right down to the bone. We have Rack just shouting provocations from Joaquin's back. Ah, all you have are bones. Then I'll make a nice bone stew with you. Bring it on, you useless scale that couldn't even be used to make bone stew. You little punk. And the scale's getting angry. I'll wipe you right off the face of this world. It's here, says Icarus. Huh? And then it starts shining a light. No, if you look at... you'll die if you look at yourself in that mirror, says Agaro Agnes. Rock. Thanks, Rack. Rack and Kun shared skill. 5-second freeze and petrification. That's really cool. So Rack can actually petrify things. That's really cool. So now the scale is both frozen and covered in stone. How? Says Icarus. Yes, says Rack, laughing. Did those two just use Shinsu? Huang, hurry, it's in the bug room, says Kun. Alright, I'll open the gate. Okay, gate... Whoa, that's really cool looking. The gate opens up and they're basically like standing upside down in the hidden floors beneath them. That's really cool looking. And now we're back to, Man, I hate to cut away there though, that was really cool looking. Now we have Zahard in the same panel with Coelacanth again. That's a tough weapon that he just took out, thinks Edwan. Lecalicus' second form. It's thin, but it has a wider attack radius, and the straight beam of light spreads shockwaves. The range and speed of those shockwaves combined with Zahard's Shinsu control to make them unbelievably fast. Which eliminates the downside of the needle, which is fast but can only attack in a straight line, and creates an unstoppable needle. And now we have the golden Shinsu bursting out from his side to destroy the core. So that's 2 Zahard and 1 Bomb, and now Bomb has to destroy the other in order to tie. Now, there's 1 core left. I was sure that I blocked him, but I got hit with a few more attacks afterward, and Bomb's bleeding from the stomach. Yo. Okay, I don't know if he's as beat up as he was when he fought Kaiser, but he's still, this is still kind of early in the fight. We might still have a lot left to go. That last one left a deep wound. Scattering orbs doesn't even work. It'd be dangerous to keep fighting him, but if I lose the next core, it's all over. Now Zahard's rushing him. He's coming back. So I like the concept of the attack as well. It's like a needle, but instead of a really thin burst, it's a really thin burst with shock waves surrounding it to widen the radius. So the further you are from the center of it, the less damage you're going to take, but it actually has kind of a large attack radius, like Edwan said. Sabam uses the blue shield to escape, and I guess I should, even though he said blue shield when he made it huge, I guess since it has the black Shinsu swirling around, he's doing it differently, so I should call it the blue shield now instead of the blue war. A shockwave, says Bomb, and he starts getting knocked away to the side, and holy fuck, are those Zahard's bongs? There's so many. He's completely surrounded. So Zahard can do this range Shinsu control that Bomb learned after he got the Red Thrissa too, and all of them just collapse in on Bomb. But Bomb is protecting himself with a whirling black Shinsu. Bomb type Shinsu control, orb defense mode. Okay. And then it bursts away from. I like this this black wing sort of look they gave him with this panel, and it's well, first of all, it's reminiscent of Beta, but other than that, it's gosh, I lost my train of thought here. Symbolic for something or another, but it's a good panel. Oh, it's similar to Bomb's attacks where he uses the butterfly wings and stuff. So it looks like the wings are created by these two small blue discs. Okay. The blue shield changed. It'll definitely be easier to use like this, thinks Bomb. Okay. So Bomb's now using the blue shield to create wings for himself. Not quite sure how it works, but it looks cool. Those are some pretty wings that you have. And now we have Zahard standing way up top. Zahard style Shinsu control skill. Cosmos. What the hell? So it's like a huge giant sun with progressively smaller ones that also have these like orbs going around them. Okay, so you change and grow in an instant, like a newborn baby. I still have no idea who the hell you really are, but you certainly have the potential to reach the level of me on the outside. You must have sensed it too, right? Your companions and Huang have disappeared. Huang probably thinks I haven't noticed, but I know all about what he's up to. But if he puts it into practice, it will all be over. Those guys will all end up dying filled with regret. What? What have you done, says Bomb. Well, you'll find out when they smash the scale. On the outside, I'm the king of this tower. The king's destiny is to command everything according to his will. You picked a fight that you could never win. That's not true, says Bomb. And I like this. Bomb with the horns and the wings of Black Shinsu created by the blue oars, or blue shields, and the orb directly in front of him as his weapon. You will never surpass me on the outside. And he uses the Cosmos attack. Ugh, do you intend to kill Bomb, you fake? And we see everything getting blown away as Edwan is holding on, trying to shield himself. And the entire arena has been just leveled. And the rest of Zahard's mask flies off. His eyes do seem different than Wangnan's, though. Like his hair, his mouth, and stuff are the same, but his eyes seem a bit different. Destiny, you say? To me, someone who declares themselves king without seeking the acknowledgement of others can never be acknowledged as a king. And Bomb just completely tanked the attack. He's absorbing in Shinsu into the orb. If that's why Zahard became king, If he's tormented and killed countless people because of that destiny, then I declare my destiny to be to destroy that destiny as of this moment. And he's bleeding all over. So I like this, and we're cutting away again, but it's kind of an okay place to cut away. That's real. I'm taking in this bomb panel. Okay. So, like I said, Bomb's destiny is to destroy Zahard's destiny as king. Okay. Or at least to destroy the destiny as king in general. Okay. And now we have the hidden floor again, that panel we saw before. Hey, what's that? Says the scale. I've never seen this place before, or these buildings. The balance, it isn't right. Alright, it's reacting, says Agnes. In order to get the balance, or the right balance, I'll copy it. And then it starts copying, and it gets overloaded with errors. What's this, an error? It caught a bug. Did it work? Says Wang. That's not very reassuring at all. Alligator, let's get out of here. It would be dangerous to stay here any longer. Got it. Let's go, Albatross. What? What's an albatross? So he's gone from... What did Bomb call him before? Didn't he call him... No, Monster Turtle was Beta. Was he just White Turtle? Or was that what he called Vicente? But he called Joaquin something before, some sort of turtle. But now he's moved on from turtle to albatross. And Agnes feels something. He starts screaming. Blue Turtle? What's wrong, Blue Turtle? What's going on? I'm dizzy, and it feels like my heart's gonna stop any moment. Hey, was it okay? This timing. Rachel, it seemed like it was time to detonate it, so I used my power. You mean? That's right, before, I planted a bomb in your heart while pretending to save you. Because I wanted, damn it, to kill you at the most crucial moment. With my own hands. And Icarus is gone totally evil. Bye-bye. But normally you'd think I'd be freaking out because a character from the very beginning might be dying. But for some reason, maybe it's plot armor, for some reason I really don't think Agnes is going to die. Like, this should be a huge shocking moment to me, but for some reason, Rachel betraying them to me is not very shocking. And I feel like Agnes is going to survive. I don't know how, but I feel like he's going to survive. Just because, I don't know. This seems like this also, from Rachel's strategy point of view, this seems like a weird moment to do it. They're not really out of the woods yet. They don't know if this whole mirror thing is going to actually work. And she doesn't know if all the rest of them are going to turn on her now if she kills them. Like, what if Yudik, Mazano, and Huang turn on her now? She can't take them, I would assume. So this seems kind of like a dumb time to do it if she's going to betray him. Weird. Weird. I'm mostly just confused at that. Not really shocked. Just very, very confused. So now we're going back to Bomb and Zahard. There's no time. I'm not completely sure, but if what he says is true, it seems that Kun and his team are trying to do, or what Kun and his team are trying to do is dangerous. I have to end this fight quickly somehow. At least now I can finally face him head on, but I'm still up against an opponent with a massive difference in skill level with me, and fighting under time constraints isn't easy. If there were some way to summon a bit more of my power now, just like when I fought Joaquin, there must be a way. Somehow. And then it looks like some sort of reaction from the thorn. It's a risky move, but let's try it. I'll use ignition. Okay, and we know he can do this from before, because he used ignition with the thorn before, right? We have seen that. I just don't recall exactly. Bomb has so many powers and so many things shoved inside him, as is the joke, that I can't even keep track of it all anymore and when he's used it all. I really need to do another reread, because I've reread the series a bunch, but I haven't done it lately. So I haven't reread, like, the Floor of Death or the Dollar... Yeah, the Floor of Death or the Name Hunt Station I haven't reread. I really need to go back and reread again. To strike with my full power. And then Zahard looks shocked at once. And then, oh my fuck, he just gets completely pierced. What the hell? And then Edwan and Zahard, Edwan looks shocked, and Zahard is like, stone-faced kinda. What's he doing? Hey kid. What the hell? The thorn just pierced through him, and now his body is burst apart into Black Shinsu itself. The Shinsu around us is trembling. It's just a faint feeling, says Zahard. And we see, that's a really cool panel from Zahard's point of view, seeing the line that is the thorn with the distorted blue wars and the black wings attached to it. And now Bam is reformed, but it's like the power of the administrator. So is Bam going to get... Remember when Heljo went into Thrissa form? Is Bam going to go into his own version of Thrissa form maybe? That's really cool. Bam is Black Thrissa. Black Turtle Thrissa. Okay, so that's a hell of a confusing chapter. So much went on. That is okay, so it's going to take me a while, but I'm probably going to need to do most of the discussion here in the review instead of in the reaction, because I'm going to have to go back through and reread and see exactly what happened in a lot of things. Because Rachel is trying to kill Agro Agnes, but at a weird time, in my opinion. And in addition, I just don't get the feeling that she's going to actually succeed. I don't get that feeling right now. We still haven't seen Wangnan. Oh yeah, there's that too. We still don't know where Yura is exactly either, with the real body of Huang, because Huang has just been talking through that orb body. Zahard now has the second form of Lecalicus, which is cool, but even if Bam can use this new form to overcome that, there's still the third form of Lecalicus. Zahard is now up 2-1 when it comes to the duel and the rules of the game. And now Bam has that new form, which I'm thinking is maybe similar to what Heljo did with his full Thrissa form kind of thing. Bam might be going into a thorn form, because he says he's using ignition, and he technically, I guess, is the ignition weapon and the thorn is the devil. So if that would mean he has to fuse or give power over to the devil and the thorn, which is part of an administrator's power. And the Thrissa should also be part of an administrator's power because it was broken off from it. Maybe it's not exactly part of the power. See, this is why I need to go back and reread Floor of Death, because the whole Thrissa thing is a little bit hit and miss when it comes to being confusing. I get what a Thrissa is and all, but if the blue Thrissa is also a Thrissa, then it can't be of the same origin of the red Thrissa. It has to be something different. Yet they're still both Thrissa. They're both the same. So yeah, I really need to go back and reread, and I think that'll help me more. At least reread Floor of Death. So yeah, it was a really good chapter, but I'm left very confused at the end of it. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this video up. It's pretty long, so it's probably going to take a while and be up even later. But either way, we'll see how things go. If you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this chapter, what you thought of my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more Tower of God, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. If you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, just ask and I'll give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.